Okay, I am going to go over all the targeting scripts that I have in my repo to try to get people to use some better targeting. All right, first off is the main one I use is the Sallos find attack. So we're going to go into that. I like to copy and paste from raw personally. So you select all. We can add it on in here. This way is new. Just paste that. Then first of all, I'm going to save this. I already have it there, but I'll just save over it for sake of doing it. All right, so this one has these changeable variables. So attack equals true. So that's when you activate this, if there's something matching, it will attack them as well as set as last target. Humanoid, so if that is true, it will only target humanoids. If it's false, it will only target non-humanoids. Reds, if the mob or characters red, it will target them. If that's the false, it will never target them. I leave it to true for bosses. I say that there. That will target them if you're using this as your PVM macro. If you put it to false, it won't attack them because they are usually red. True on this one sends a message in party. And display target depends on if you're using the filter display overhead or not. I don't like that one as much, so I set that true personally, but let's go through these and see what they do. So we have everything saved. I'm going to set a hotkey in game real fast and add this, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's go add. There we go. Not sure why it wasn't adding, but there it is. To set as a hotkey, script, list, find, and I'm going to set this one up for my PVM macro. So that's my PVM. All right, so I have this attack true, humanoid false, red's true, send message false, display target false, and target range 12. So this should target the nearest gray. And there it is right there. You can see it targeting. I'm going to turn this on so we can see when it. So right there, show script start message, start stop message. Now we see that there, and it highlighted them. So now I'll show you what this display target does. Save that. See, it tells me who it's targeting and it puts a target over their head. Now, there's another option. If you want to do that for everything, you can go into here, text current target, and show target on head, and that will do the same thing. So I disabled this. I don't like it because it does it twice, because it does it one for attack and one for target, but that's just my preference. But on one of my other attack scripts, it doesn't have this display target overhead, so you might want to use it if you're using a different targeting. All right, so now I'll show you this real fast too. All right, so now I'm in a party with him. So now when I attack him, so he's out of range. See, it says no targets. I'm going to set this send message. That'll send the party message. Save that. So now you see down there it's sending to the party. So that is what that does. I personally don't like to use that for the PVM macro, and I personally like to set that to false for the PVM macro. So this is how I have everything set up for the PVM macro. Next up, I'm going to save this as again. And I'm going to save the second one as humanoid. You can name it whatever you want, doesn't matter. So we are in a totally different script now. So this one I also want to attack. This one's going to be my PvP macro. So we're going to set that to true. Want to make sure we have that set to true so we can attack reds. My PvP one, I do like to send targets. And as I said before, I like to send that as well. So this is my PvP one. And I'll show you what that does. Let's go in and add this. Hopefully it'll add this time. There it is. I'm going to set a hotkey. Then we go in game. And see, right there, I'm attacking set it over his head, and it's sending in party. Now, if there was a gray humanoid on screen, it would also do that. And if there's no targets, oh, it's seeing me because I'm in party. Sorry about that. And if there's no targets, it displays down here that there's no targets. And so that's how that macro works, and that's how I use it. I left that turned off. There we go. And so this will just attack and set the nearest target. I don't have any spells set, but so I have him set as target and attacking. And I don't have last target set, so I can't show you that either. But it is, trust me. Go away. All right, next up on the list is target acquire, the Sallos target acquire. So this is actually set up the exact same as the target find. The only difference is this one, if you have a spell up when you activate it, it will target the last target. So let's take a look at that. So I'm going to go into raw, copy it all. I'm going to add this by pasting it all. Then we'll go save as. Get the name here. If we have target acquire, we need to set a hotkey for it and add it, of course. You see how it drops my spell immediately? That is the only difference between the two. So I have a spell up and I hit my target acquire. It drops the spell on them immediately. Whereas if I hit my target find, it does not. It just sets as last target. All right, next up, I have, let's look at, this one's an easy one, PvP set target. The only reason I made this one was so that it will send a message to party and put a target over your head to tell you who you're targeting. You can set the hotkey just set last target and it'll work very close to the same. It just won't do those two things. Save as, PvP set last target. Let's go add this and set it to a hotkey. All right, so I have as Control A, brings up target, does the same thing overhead message that I said before, and now that I'm in a party, you'll see it messages the party as well. So that's that one. That's very simple. Up next is attack nearest gray. So this is a very simple script, and it does have some directions here with a link of how you're going to set something up. So first things first, we will add this. And it doesn't matter what you name these, as long as you know what they are. I'm just adding them as the same as the website just for continuity. All right, so this one, it tells you what to do here. Simple script to attack from a list and set its last target. So it says you need to set up a targeting filter on the targeting tab named enemy. And here's the example. So we will set this up the same. So targeting tab, we need to make a new one. Enemy, add, and then set everything up here so it's all the same. Nearest, here's how you change your selector so everything looks good. All right, I don't have this one do any messages, so the only way we're going to tell if this is working is if this guy gets highlighted. So I'm just going to click play here and see he gets highlighted, so I am attacking him and he is set to last target. And then if you want to see that overhead, you can do these things like I said before, show target on head and text current target. So now when we hit play, we see that that's working. And then the last one I have in here was a request from Tamers, just an all kill nearest gray. This is going to work the exact same as the one I just showed you. It uses, so you need this enemy targeting tab, has the exact same setup instructions. So we will go in and add this one. Just going to go back here to copy the name from here so I don't have to delete the special symbols. Okay. And this one, I don't have a hotkey. I don't use this one normally, so I'm just going to hit play. And I think it's working. I don't have a pet to test with. Here, let's summon a demon real fast. So it should change to this guy. Yep, and my demon did. And it should change to this guy. And my demon did. So that one is working. So that's targeting all kill to the nearest enemy. And the enemy is selected from this as well.